Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government is making efforts to create robust medical infrastructure. MLA and advisor Toshi Wungtung passes away. State funeral to be held on Saturday. Country's biggest tax reform, goods and services tax system, completes 4 years today. And statewide 10-day unlock phase 1 begins. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others to get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1800-345-0019. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the government is making efforts to create a robust medical infrastructure in the country. He said over 2 lakh crore rupees have been allocated in this year's budget for creating modern medical infrastructure. Addressing the doctors on National Doctors' Day today, Modi appreciated the doctors and medical fraternity's role in tackling the COVID-19 pandemic. The Prime Minister said doctors, healthcare and frontline workers have saved many lives during the pandemic. He said doctors are dealing with the challenges posed by the mutant coronavirus through their experiences and suggesting innovative measures. Modi said the government is committed to the safety and security of the doctors. He paid tributes to the doctors who lost their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. Modi thanked the doctors on behalf of 130 crore Indians for their services during the pandemic. On National Doctors' Day today, Chief Minister Narendra has expressed his gratitude to all the doctors for their commitment in serving the community, especially during this pandemic. Rio said their hard work is making a difference and thanked them for their sacrifices. The Chief Minister also paid tribute to those who have lost their lives to COVID-19. Extending gratitude to all the doctors, Health Minister S. Pangapom said their contribution towards humanity is matchless and applauded all for being sincere and dedicated servicemen of this great nation and the state. MLA and advisor for IPR, SCERT and Village Guards, Toshi Wungtung passed away this morning at BLK Hospital, New Delhi. Wungtung was undergoing treatment for post-COVID complications. He was 56. Toshi Wungtung made his political debut by contesting successfully to the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly from 56 Shamato Chesor Assembly constituency on NTPP party ticket in the election held on 27 February 2018. Having earned a Masters in Arts, MPhil and PhD, Wungtung had served the people in various capacities, be it social or political. Nagaland government will accord state funeral to MLA and advisor Toshi Wungtung on Saturday from 8 a.m. onwards at his residence at Purana Bazaar, Dimapur. After the conclusion of the state funeral, the mortal remains of late Wungtung will be transported by state helicopter from Dimapur to Shamato, where the last rites will be performed. The mortal remains of late Wungtung will arrive at Dimapur tomorrow. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on a YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. Nagaland Governor R.N. Ravi has expressed shock at the sudden and untimely demise of MLA and advisor Toshi Wungtung while undergoing treatment. Ravi described late Wungtung as a visionary leader whose contributions towards upliftment of the relatively less developed people of eastern Nagaland and will be remembered for years to come. The governor said the country and the state have lost a prominent and dynamic young leader. The governor, on behalf of the people of Nagaland and on his own behalf, conveyed heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family members. Nagaland Chief Minister Narendra has expressed shock and pain at the demise of Toshi Wungtung. Rio, in a condolence message, said Wungtung was an upright and a righteous man who stood for the masses and reflected the aspirations of the people. The Chief Minister said the demise of Wungtung is a loss to the whole Naga society and a personal loss for him. Rio said a vacuum created by the demise of Wungtung will be difficult to fill, but his legacy will continue. Ministers, MLAs, opposition leaders, political parties, and various civil society organizations have also condoled the demise of Wungtung. Meanwhile, a prayer service for the departed leader was held this evening at Nagaland House, New Delhi. During the program, Chief Minister Nipirio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patan, and others lay wreaths. Speeches were also delivered by Chief Minister Nipirio, Ministers Demjin Imnalong, V. Kashio Sangdam, NSUT, DENSU, and family members. The Goods and Services Tax GST system, the country's biggest tax reform, completes 4 years today. During these years, several key policy initiatives were taken by the government to make the GST system and compliance mechanisms simple, transparent, and technology-driven. GST is a remarkable example of cooperative federalism, wherein all the decisions have been taken in GST Council through consensus. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said GST has been a milestone in the economic landscape of India. Modi said it has decreased the number of taxes, compliance burden, and overall tax burden on a common man, while significantly increasing transparency, compliance, and overall collection. The Finance Ministry said the government will honour 54,439 taxpayers. Statewide 10-day Unlock Phase 1 began in Nagaland today as per the additional relaxations announced by the government and district task forces. In Dimapur district, shops and business establishments dealing with essential goods has been allowed to remain open on all days from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Other shops will be permitted to open on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. All shops located at New Market, Hong Kong Market, and Hazibagh are allowed to open on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. In Kohima, the district task force announced that no mask, no movement, and no mask, no entry will be strictly enforced during Unlock 1. Shops and business establishments dealing with all kinds of goods, including those dealing with essential goods and commodities, are permitted to open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. In shopping complexes and marketplaces in and around Kohima municipal area, only 50% of the shops are allowed to open on permitted days. No two shops which are adjacent to each other will be allowed to open on the same day. Delivery of LPGs and e-commerce service operators shall be allowed to operate on all days. The Kohima DTF has advised all delivery personnel of all categories to display vaccination status in the delivery vehicle. Permit of the Kohima District Task Force on COVID-19 and status of vaccination shall be prominently displayed at the entrance of all barber shops, beauty parlors, spas, and saloons. Watsa Wungtung, in a 4-point charter of demand addressed to Minister Health and Family Welfare Department, has demanded for the immediate completion of construction work at Imkong Lipa Memorial Hospital. The Wungtung demanded increasing the number of doctors and nurses and setting up of one BSL lab and permanently deputed professionals. Further, the Wungtung demanded increase of intensive care setup and ventilator. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government is making efforts to create a robust medical infrastructure. MLA and advisor Toshi Wungtung passes away. State funeral to be held on Saturday. Country's biggest tax reform, Goods and Services Tax System, completes 4 years today. And statewide 10-day Unlock Phase 1 begins. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.